Rehman Chishti.
Mr. Speaker, it is a real pleasure to follow my honourable member for Manchester Central. Although we disagree on the issue of how we deliver on Brexit or Brexit in itself, it is a real pleasure because we are all amongst equals in this place. We take a difference of opinion, but we are all amongst equals in this place. Mr. Speaker, 65% of my constituents voted to leave the European Union in 2016. And doing street surgeries and public meetings across the constituency, that figure has not changed. And I was disappointed when the matter was last being discussed in this place not to have been called and the vote being pulled. Mr. Speaker, the question is this: what has substantially changed since that time and now, when the matter was going to be put, and the matter being put tomorrow before the House? And the answer to that, Mr. Speaker, is nothing. And I refer my honourable and right honourable colleagues to the words of the right honourable member for Belfast North. He says, despite a letter of supposed reassurances from the European Union, there are no legally binding assurances, as the Prime Minister talked about in December. In fact, there is nothing new, nothing has changed. And these are our DUP colleagues who help keep us in government. We talk about 3 million extra jobs. We talk about 3 million apprenticeships. And I talk about 1.9 million more children going to good and outstanding schools in our great country. And that happens under a Conservative government. And the Conservative government, because we are supported by the DUP. And we have to take their views and concerns into account. Mr. Speaker, for me, this is a difficult decision in that I've never ever voted against the Conservative Party in my 9 years in Parliament. And I had to resign as the Vice Chairman of the Conservative Party and at the same time as a government trade envoy for Pakistan, a country in which I was born and came to this great country at the age of 6 not speaking a word of English. And it was this great party which said about aspiration that you can work hard, be whatever you want to be, and be a Member of Parliament at the age of 31 to represent your own hometown. And to step down as a trade envoy, where trade had increased by 10%. And I'm grateful to the Honourable Member for Hammersmith, then Trade Minister, for his brilliant support in achieving that. But the point is this, Mr. Speaker. Our manifesto commitment on page 36 made it clear. Leaving the European Union meant leaving the single market and the customs union and the jurisdiction of the ECJ. What we have now does not achieve that at all. In the opportunities that our great country has in having those brilliant trade deals with partners around the world, they are limited. I was in the United States in Christmas at the 116th Congressional Opening Session. Our parliamentary counterparts, they were very clear. They want to negotiate a trade deal with us, but they understand that if we have European regulation intertwined with the trade deal that we have now, that limits our opportunities to do that great trade deal with them. And they are, apart from our key trading partners, they're our #1 country for security, whatever kind of relationship that we have with in relation to Brexit. For me, Mr. Speaker, security is the #1 priority for our great country, and the United States is a key partner in delivering that. The point I make, Mr. Speaker, is this. I do not think it is right at all to say we have another referendum. Members of Parliament win their seats by 1 vote when they come here. None of them ever say they should not take up their seats. So therefore we should honour and deliver the public mandate. And in my constituency, Mr. Speaker, it was about sovereignty. British people electing British members of Parliament who have a final say in relation to laws about how our country is governed. Thank you.